Cinco de Mayo Thursday. Everybody come on into the room. I want to say, come on into the room.
Well, you know what? We got to hold back on that singing we do because we have someone on here today who can sing.
Yes. It's Thursday. It's Cinco de Mayo. This is one of my favorite holidays. If there's a favorite holiday, I must say. Everybody's coming in and we're gonna see. Hey Carla, I see you. Eliani's back with us this Thursday. Robert is here. I feel like we're on Romper Room. What's up, y'all? Yes, we're having a good time. Everybody start sharing because y'all know we back. We was here yesterday for
Yes.
Wind Down Wednesday. Now we're here for what? Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo and tell me something good Thursday.
That's right. So y'all know we have the morning show where we normally drink black coffee, no sugar, no cream for me. I'm your host, Tracy Berry McGee, also known as Divine T.
And I'm your co-host, Yolanda Langford, and you know what they call me, Lady Yo.
That's right, y'all. That's my Lady Yo. Lady Yo, it's Cinco de Mayo. What you sipping on?
Girl, let me tell you something. It is a margarita. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
And it was so funny today. Cinco de Mayo is my daughter Danielle's favorite holiday also. So she was like, I need to celebrate, Mom. I said, well, Mommy has to work, but I'll say cheers.
That's right.
And what you sipping on?
Well, I have, because I am trying to take care of my body and not drink so much sugar, I'm drinking it straight. Just like my coffee, I drink my tequila straight. All right.
You're so grown. You're so grown.
Okay. I'm a grown woman.
Ask the owners. Now, owners, normally, we're the morning show. You come in and tell us what you're drinking, but tell us the truth tonight. What you sipping on? What's in your cup?
What's in your cup? Look, y'all. Joe Capo say, hey, ladies.
Hey, Joe.
My cousin is in the house. She's in California. Y'all know, y'all was waiting for Keith, y'all. Just so y'all know, he is in the building. So y'all better start sharing. He's in the building. Monique says that she has sangria in her glass.
Okay, cheers, Monique.
All right, Carla, what you sipping on? We want to know. Brandy is in the house with us today. Uh-oh. Monique said, yes, tequila straight. That's the thing. Now, I got to ask you, Lady O, is it with sugar on the rim or is it with salt?
Well, let me tell you, I do a little mixture, but because we are on TV today, I didn't want that on my lipstick.
That's right. Well, you know what? I don't want to force anybody to drink anything. Robert said he's drinking simply lemonade.
Well, you know what, Robert? I think someone else on the show is going to be drinking lemonade too. So you're going to have some company on the lemonade boat.
That's right. Carla's drinking some ginger ale. And Carla said Arnold Palmer. That's the lemonade with tea, right?
Yes.
Lemonade with the tea. And Kim said, good evening. Just water for me. Good OSTL water.
That always gets the job done. But you know what, Tracy? You cannot do all that drinking without doing some eating. So, did anyone have tacos today? Did you do enchiladas? Did you do the dipping type of tacos?
All right. I want to know. Well, you know what? Normally when I go, I try to do the I love like seafood. So I like the stir fry. I do the grill with all of that. What about you?
You know what? I like all types of tacos. And as you know, I cook all the time. So we are seafood. We have beef. I have veggie. And my grandbaby makes the best guacamole.
Oh, guacamole.
Homemade.
Guacamole. I need All right. I need to ask everybody. Guacamole. And y'all know we're going to ask you. Keith is going to be ready because we're going to ask him as well. Sour cream or guacamole? Sour cream or guacamole?
I am Miss Everything. Sour cream, guacamole, onions, and jalapenos fresh with the seeds.
I do agree that guacamole has to be fresh. It does. But nah, I better drink slow. My husband be like, baby, take it slow. Don't go there. Don't go there. Y'all know I'm a sister keeper. I'm all about empowerment. I do like guacamole, no sour cream for me. Guacamole, no sour cream. Everybody shout it out. Let me know so we can put it in the chat because we want to know exactly what y'all like, guacamole or no sour cream. Eliani says guac, yuck, sour cream, yes. She loves the beans and rice.
Oh
All
yes,
right.
I make beans and rice. I definitely make the Spanish rice, and sometimes I make the cheesy Spanish rice, and then I'll do either the pinto beans or I'll do the refried beans. So you know,
All
it's it's,
right.
it's a we do it all over here, Tracy. You know it.
Well, y'all know we're gonna make sure that we do everything within decent order. We
Yes,
want to bring up our guy because he's been waiting, y'all. He apologized for yesterday, and just like a gentleman, he said, "But you know what? I got y'all today, and as
yes.
much time as you all need, we're gonna make sure that we he gives us what we need." So, um, do we ask everybody their favorite Keith Washington song first, or do we bring him up first?
Well, let me start this party. Mine is Kissing You. Yes, indeed. That's my jam. It's me and my man's jam. That gets the party started.
Oh, Caramel says, I met Keith Washington and his cousin Von Cromwell 20 years plus years ago. He's still cool. Like, you know what? Everybody has a memory. They all have a memory. Let me tell you, my favorite song, I got a whole lot of favorite songs, but I was looking at a fun fact. My favorite song is Candlelight in You.
Oh,
Yes, with
yes.
Shantae Moore. But this
Yes.
is what I realized. I'm gonna see what everybody else is saying in the chat. Y'all know I'm multitasking over here, and if I can do this while I'm drinking shots, I'm good. I'm good. You feel me? This is what I realized, and I can't wait to share this. I'm just gonna bring him up. How about I just bring him up? How about I bring him up? Because they gotta see this man. All right, y'all. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's something somewhere. How you doing?
He's
I'm doing
laughing.
fine. I'm doing fine.
You're doing
I
fine.
just,
You know, we have to ask
you
you.
know, people have y'all been asking people what are they drinking, and I have to confess a little. I said it was lemonade. That it is. But when y'all start saying what y'all have, my assistant start pouring vodka in my drink, right? And
I love your assistant.
so, but I'm doing. I don't know if y'all saw me, but I was like, just piquito, and she just kept. So
We
if I
got you.
start,
Keith, we
huh?
got you. We got you.
Thank you.
We got you. We got you. Everybody is saying, hey, Keith. Hey, Keith. Eliani said, hey, Keith. Robert says, kissing you is a classic. You all need to share. We keep telling you all to share. You all got to let him know, let everybody know that he is in the house.
Mhm.
This is something that I realized when I was thinking about all the songs. Of course, kissing you. I realized, Keith, and I don't know if you were intentional about this, but a lot of your songs end with you. You have kissing you. You have I love you. You have candlelight in you. You have thinking about you.
No,
There is
that's not an
something.
ending. That's a verse. You talking about kissing you, thinking
Yes,
of you. Yeah, that's a verse. But yes, because you know what, it's a direct call out to the person that see what I like for my fans and my people to know that everything that I write or co-write has a lot to do with my inner being, my soul, who I am, what I've experienced. So everything that I sing about is just not fiction; it's real. You know what I mean? So if I'm talking to an individual and I'm telling her, I love you, I mean, I mean that from my heart. So I put it in pen and paper, you know what I mean? Because I want the world to know that reaching the parts to the heart is very important to me. Because if you sing something that somebody's familiar with, they can relate to it. If I sing something about Mars and Venus, I believe, they go, what the hell are you talking about? I've never been to Venus. But maybe from a sexual perspective, no, but but you know what I'm saying. So everything I write, it does have you in it because it's a direct line between me and the opposite. You know what I mean? I mean,
yes,
when you go home and you bring the flowers, who are those flowers for, baby? Oh, it's for you,
Yes.
baby. I
for
love
you.
you. I miss you. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do? Let's me and you just go. I mean, so you is a very powerful word, and it's a very direct word.
It
So
Very.
is a very direct word. And let me tell you, when you sing, we
you
think
made
you're
love
singing.
to me so damn good. You see what I'm saying? So
And when you sing, we think you're singing to us as an individual, and we love
Right.
it. We love it. You know,
And
we do.
you know what? No, not to cut you short, sister, but
Sure.
that is the case. Every time I look in the way, I remember when I first started in '91. Me and Phyllis Hyman was on tour, and these ladies, I've toured just to give you some history, and I probably know y'all got my bio, but I've toured at the age of 17 with the Dramatics, so I've been well educated from the Dramatics to Stevie and George Clinton. For my resume is beyond infinity when it comes to the art of music and who I worked with. But for the most part, I remember asking Ron Banks of the Dramatics one day, so how does it feel? You know, because I was singing with them. I was a part of the band, you know what I mean? And holding down notes if somebody got hoarse, you know, but nobody really knew that. But Ron would always tell me that every time you hit that mic, and I come from a musical family, but coming from a person that's been the Dramatics to all over the world, every time you hit that mic, you make every woman feel that you're just directly talking to them. Because every woman has a certain experience or a certain outlook on that same song. You may have one song, but other women, you know, every woman may interpret it and take it to what they've been through. You know what I mean? And accept it. So I sing to everybody individually in that audience. I'm up there doing this. You know what I mean? Tonight's the night we will share. I'm looking right at you. And
That's
I'm
it.
glad because I want to make that connection. And I want you to feel the parts of the heart that I feel for you.
Now, you said you started when you were 17 years old, and you're from Detroit. Am I correct?
No, I started when I was 6. I started singing when I was 6 years old.
6 years old. So when did you know you had the magic? Because you have the magic. When did it hit you that you had the magic?
It hasn't hit me yet.
Oh, let me tell you, brother.
Wow.
See, when God's in the picture, he got a long, long range for things for you to do.
Okay.
And so me to say that it hit me, it's like, wow, you know, I'm an individual that I respect what I do and I love what I do and I got much work to do. It's going to hit me when I know I reached my peak, when I'm like, okay.
That's it.
Yes, I'm nominated. I've won Soul Train Awards, nominated for Grammys and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm still growing, as you said, sister. I'm still growing. So, but to let you know that God is real.
Yes.
God is real. Because when before I had records out, and I don't want to mean to change our segue, but
no,
before I had records out, I used to say, because I'm from Detroit, so I used to go downtown to Fox Theater and says, one day I'm going to be performing it. And I like every other artist that's coming up. You know, we have aspiration, we have dreams, we have, you know, visions. You got to exercise them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I used to say, well, one day, one day. But the biggest day, God, if you let me perform at the Fox Theater on my birthday.
Wow.
I said this when I was like 17. You know, now mind you, I was still working, doing background sessions and so on and so forth with various different artists like Stevie Wonder, like, you know, the Jackson. But I used to say one day. And when I was on the Warner Times, and now my first album, Make Time for Love, came out in 91. So I was on the Warner Times jet with myself, Jesse Jackson, Steven Spielberg, Quincy Jones, Sinbad, and my manager, Sherman Bash. And if I forgot somebody, please forgive me. But we're on our way to New York to go to this thing that Oprah and Bill Cosby was doing, okay? And they had my manager had my schedule together, my concert schedule, you know? I'm out with Phyllis Hyman, you know? We haven't started yet, but he's telling Quincy my schedule. Now, I don't know if y'all have it, and y'all probably have it on private jets, okay? But private jets, Quincy loves soul food, so they bring in collard greens, all this stuff,
yes.
on, you know what I mean? So I'm eating. I'm hearing my manager tell Quincy and Jesse Jackson, right, telling them my schedule, and they saying, and he's in Baltimore there. They selling out here. They sold out here. They sold out 2 shows in Detroit on November the 15th. I was like,
that's your birthday.
Your birthday.
I asked my manager, I was like, did you say, what did you say? Now, my manager didn't know my birthday. You know what I mean? He says November the 15th. I've been through a lot in my life, and I experienced a lot. And you know, we know, yes, he's real. You know what I mean? So
Yes,
how can I prove what I'm saying? I realized that God is real. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because when they said that to Quincy, I was eating all of my little chicken. I said, wait, hold on. Oh, I'm where?
Yes. He
Well,
stopped
you're
the
in
press.
Detroit on November the 15th. I said, can I see, can I see that
Can I
schedule?
see this?
I looked at that schedule on November the 15th, the Fox Theater. Now listen,
Wow.
I prayed for this. So God,
Yes,
if you
you did.
listening, amongst all the conversation that you have to address, this little bitty voice is coming through these rocks as a rose. That would be, and when he said that, I went into the bathroom of the plane and I looked in the mirror. As much as I wanted to cry, the only thing I can say is thank you, God. Thank you.
Yes.
But
Yes.
when you say you're going to do his will
Yes.
and
Yes.
praising him, that's saying a lot. Because me, and I'll be honest, I was saying, I want just get me there. Poverty's in my family, things will just get me there, and
Yes.
I'll do the rest.
And I'll do the
Amen.
Along the
rest.
way, adversity comes, things
Mm.
happen in your life, and you
Speak.
find yourself backsliding for what your commitment was to him. And so my game changed as success came. I was like, and so when things was happening to me, I realized that it was the fault that I did. It was the commitment that I made that I didn't follow through. So
Yes.
You
I'm
know,
not saying God did what he did for me because to prove a point, because God is not. Yes, he is a selfish God because he wants all of us in
Yes.
for righteousness. But at the same time, I sit up and say, I said I was going to do his will, and I found out that I was doing the world's will. You know
Yes.
what I
yes, you
mean?
were.
So
Yes, you
God
were.
has a way of humbling you.
Yes. That word humble. That word humble. I have to ask this. What is your go-to gospel song?
Um, Now, I'm from Detroit, so the Winans has been friends of mine. Marvin and BBC, so Mike, all of them has been friends of mine for years. So I definitely love their music. But um, ooh, that's like asking me.
It's something when because the Winans BBCC, I have a nonprofit and we take the girls to a lot of their conferences. They have Always Sisters and Forever Brothers. BB and CC come together and
Yes.
they really make you feel the music. And I think that's what we all experience with you. You have you make us feel everything that you say. And even today, with it being a testimony,
Yes.
I'm so glad when Anthony was on, and we're going to bring Anthony up, but he was talking about how important it is to reach back and make sure that you bring people, like we talked about, do you know your neighbors? Everybody from Detroit has a story,
You
you
know
know?
that. You know that. To answer your question, and I trust and believe what you're saying because that is the truth. The world has a story, but
Yes.
we as Detroiters, we have a story. So my point is, you asked the question, my favorite songs, and it's a couple. Like I like the song that BB and CC did, "Searching for Love." Has anyone found? Everyone knows that love has a feeling, but I know he's real. So let my record show, so everyone will know that he's real. We fall down, but we get up. Those are
That's
two of my
right.
favorite songs.
That's right. That's it. That part. That part. Look
Thank you.
as we that look, I toast to that. Because William Murphy sings "We Fall Down, but We Get Up." No, I know that's look at me. Y'all help me out in the chat.
Mm-mm.
But William
You and
Murphy,
that by yourself. Come on, get out the ring. Ring some punches or get out the ring.
that's right. That's right.
Throw
The
those
thing
punches
about
or
it
get
is
out.
this.
Donnie
I
McClurkin.
understand that
Thank you.
sometimes we fall
Donnie
short.
McClurkin. Tracy, I'm
Thank you.
helping
That's
you out.
Thank
Donnie
you.
McClurkin. That's Donnie McClurkin. But I like the fact that you said, see, God turns mess into masterpieces. And we are people who are oftentimes people think we're perfect.
Mm.
We're a wellness show. We normally come on during the morning. We only talk about positivity, okay? Thank you, Sybil. Thank you for that. Thank you, Soror. Thank you, Carla. They telling me it was Donnie. But I want to know, you're out on tour now. The world is back open. We saw you at the airport the other day. How does it feel to be back out here and to touch and feel people?
You know, my aspiration for what I do as an artist, as a human being, and the way I grew up, I learned that love and happiness is the most important thing
Yes.
that we can ask for. And to receive all the love that I'm getting, because I am back out here touring, is a blessing. For me to be able to touch and feel. Unfortunately, we are living in a world that you can touch and feel and catch something, unfortunately.
Mm.
So I praise my audience from a perspective, not like I praise God. Let me separate that. But I love my audience for loving me. But to answer your question, it's great, man. Because I love what I do. Anytime you love what you do, it's not a job. You know what I mean? Anytime you love what you do, it's a blessing because there's so many people in the world today that's doing what they have to do. And it may not be nothing they want to do. But so I'm happy and blessed that I've been accepted in this world and people have accepted me. So I think every one of you two, you, your family, our listening audience, I thank you all for loving me for what I do. So yes, it feels good.
It feels good. You know, Tracy and I always ask people, we don't say, what do you do? We say, what do you love?
Love.
What do you love?
What
Yes.
do you love? And we are
I
all about
cheers. I
this.
cheers to that.
Okay, cheers to that. What do you love? Drop in the chat, you owners. What do you love?
What
Tell
do
the
you
world,
love?
what do you love? Because you know, when you say it out loud, you have people cheering for you. You're more apt to get to the finish line. You
That's
know,
right.
more apt to run through the tape. So tell us what you love.
So, I wanna ask everybody, when we talked about kissing you and I love you and candlelighting you and thinking about you, what's on your playlist? Like, what do you listen to? What music do you like, Keith?
My music is like my children. I love them all. Because every song hit me a certain way when I write it. Like Kissing You, that story there, I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. I just moved. The young lady that I was dating, she came into the studio, and this is like in the 80s. And she was a flight attendant transferring over to be an agent, but then the agent job opened in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I'm in the studio working, and she's like, Keith, I'm ready to move. I thought she said Chicago. So I love it there. Yes, I'm going to ride with you. And I drive. I'm thinking Chicago. We get to drive, and I'm like, man, we didn't drove for 12 hours now. We're in Chicago. She said, I said, Charlotte, right? There was nothing in Charlotte. Let me share this with you because it just took me back to my mom. But we went to Charlotte. There was nothing in Charlotte. Nothing in Charlotte. But it was everything there for me.
Oh,
Because I don't know if you saw my unsung, my ex-wife said, you know, Charlotte was good for him because it kept him focused.
yes.
Kept him focused and it kept him being creative. My song Kissing You, one of my partners that I met there named Rodney Sheldon, he called me one day and says, he played at a piano bar. I got these chords, Keith. Now, you know, your blessing can come from any corner.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm
Receive
like,
it.
oh yeah, he said, come on down, I got these chords. And I was like, okay, came down there. I said, come down, because I had a little production studio, in my house. He came by after work, he put them down. I wrote the song. And I didn't know that my wife at the time was in the doorway, watching me just sing, because I was writing it. I'm writing, and when I wrote it down, I was recording it, and she's in the hallway, like in tears.
Oh,
And I'm like, Marsha, what's going on? She said, that is the most beautiful. She was like gone. And I wasn't even finished writing it.
wow.
I was tired as hell. So I wrote the first verse and the chorus. And I said, well, baby, if you love it that much, write the second verse. My wife had never wrote a song at the time. What? I want you to take all that emotion.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
She said,
That's
well, baby, I never, listen, you write good letters. I read your letters. So I said, you know what to do. The song is about loving somebody and appreciating them. Okay.
Yes.
The next morning I woke up, my wife not only wrote the second verse, but wrote the change. I was like, whoa. And she never, and I used every word that she wrote.
wow.
She said, baby, if that's a
Beautiful.
little sensitive, I'm coming from a woman's perspective. The second person says, what's better than a love that's made for two? I cannot count the ways I feel for you, but you should know. And starting from today, from this point on, my love is here to stay. Lie close to me, hope. She wrote, I was like,
Yes.
now guess what? When she was reading it,
That's
I
a
was in
woman's
tears.
perspective.
When she
Oh,
was
he was
reading it,
in
I
tears.
was in, when she was reading, I was in tears. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's she. You know what's wrong? But I said, this is beautiful. And then Rodney wrote the music with me. But at the end of the day, man, it's a testimony to what my heart is, and
Yes.
what the world needs is love, So,
Yes.
and at the
Yes.
time, remember, music was changing then.
Mm-hmm.
Music
Truly.
was changing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was signed to Quincy Jones and Warner Brothers, and if I told y'all how that shit went down, how I wound up with Warner Brothers, because originally I was with Elektra.
Wow.
Record. I sent my manager was Sherwin Bench, one of the biggest, powerful managers from the Carpenters to myself. He took me off this production company and signed me to $1 million deal to Elektra. Well, when people rotating chairs, things change. I'm in the middle of working a record. My manager calls me over, and I said, "What's up?" He said, "Elektra dropped you, even before my
Wow.
record came out." I was like, "Why?" But there was an A&R guy named Raul Roach that went to work for Quincy, and he
Mm-hmm.
says, "Okay, I'll stay here until you finish." I'm like, "Go home, man. Go get that job with Quincy." You know what I mean? And I was there, but there was really no one to defend me in the A&R department. Make sure my thing. So I would go up to Bob. You ever try to embrace somebody, but they just don't receive it?
Yeah.
It
That's
comes a
it's
point in
not
time
for
you say
them.
that. It comes a point you say, "God, I did my job. I'm done."
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? So at the Bob Krasner was the CEO of Elektra, and I used to, when I was in New York, I would go to the office. "Hey Bob, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?" So I just felt like I'm his artist, and he just, you know what I mean. But make a
Yeah.
long story short, how God works in my favor,
Tell it.
works in my favor.
Tell it.
How God works in my
Roach,
favor. That's the God we serve.
my baby, you're so correct. So Raul Roach from that left election working with the Quincy called one day. He said, "Bob, how's things going for Keith's record?" He says, "Well, it's going great. Why? Quincy wants to buy it? Quincy wanted it?" Raul said, "Yes, and every label when he started wanted it. And I mean every
Oh.
label. The only person didn't bite was Clyde Davis. Clyde said, I love Keith. Because I knew these people. He says, but I'm not going to get into, he told my man, I'm not going to get into rap right. He said, if Keith want to be here, I want him here. But I wind up going with Quincy.
You
You know
know,
what I mean?
you
Quincy
know,
bought me out my label deal from Elektra. The next thing you know, I was nominated for a Grammy. And and,
Yes.
yes.
and behind me,
You.
but behind me was Elektra. The
Yes.
CEO didn't like, like, hey, they was all sitting behind me. So I go into the men's room. The lawyer comes in, and the Jewish guy says, Keith, I told Bob Krasner not to make that move. And then Bob Krasner walked in. That was the CEO of Elektra Records. He's like, hey, Keith, how you doing? Congratulations. I said, thank you, Bob. He said, well, you know what? That's what makes racehorses racehorses. Now, today, I have my own way of thinking about what he said, and
Yeah.
Right, right,
hopefully,
right.
Right.
but I
But
was
let me
like,
tell you something. Look, Keith. What
what
does
does
your
that
shirt
mean
say?
when he say that's what make? I don't want to think no slave shit.
What, right.
When he said that's what
I
makes
want to know, what
racehorses.
does your shirt say? What does your shirt say?
Can you say what's the
Many are
beginning?
called, few are chosen.
What?
Is that right? That's right. And Carla said favor. And favor ain't fair. But you've been doing this for how long?
Since Hush was a puppy.
I love it. I love it. Tracy, I gotta ask him this. Now we know you for singing, but everyone remembers when you were on Martin and you and Tisha Campbell, baby, y'all did it. What was it? The closer I get to you.
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. I just got it. I'm gonna give y'all a little teaser, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a little teaser. This is the thing, because I was gonna ask one of the questions I was gonna ask, because we're giving out free tickets. We're gonna bring Anthony up. Anthony's got to come back, but I wanted to know if you all remembered that song that they sang together. I don't know if
Oh, I
y'all
do. Well, I believed it.
The closer I get,
can y'all hear that?
Yes.
make me see
And heaven said that those who pull the trick on time with a heart of love, divine true love, in a special way. Brother, I know exactly what you think.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Talk to us about that experience, because you know everybody talks about that episode right there.
I must say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't even know why I got the job. The reason why I say that, no, I just got off doing an international tour, and anyway,
Tell it.
I really don't talk about this. I mentioned this a few times because sometimes you have to tell the truth and not shame the devil. Yes. So I just got off tour. I talked to Michael Jordan. Michael was in the lead then, and Dominique Wilkins and Barkley and all those guys. So there's like I think it was a game or something or whatever. The All-Star. I don't know what it was in LA, but we were all together. We all decided to go to this club called The World. A friend of mine named Philippe and Greg would do it, and all they had was the biggest parties, all the celebrities. So we go. So everything I'm about to tell you is true, and this individual will tell you the same thing. We don't talk about it because he's like my brother today. And I go to The World, and this person grabbed me, K-Dub, what's up? I'm doing this. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and I leave. I go sit down with my team. Michael Jordan, all of us, we hanging out, kicking it. Dominique Wilkins, and we having a good time. Joe Torre was there that night.
That's our guy.
That's St. Louis.
So, and it's funny because Joe wouldn't remember this. He remember the situation, but he wouldn't remember how this happened because he was nowhere around then. He was in the club. So I'm here, my security decided to leave. So my security like, man, I got a wee. I said, well, get off the escalators, right? So we're taking the escalator. He go wee on, I'm parked on C. He go wee on somewhere. He saw a bathroom. I said, I'll be at the car. I get in the car at the time and not dropping what I owned then, but I had a black Mondeo Ferrari, tinted windows. And I'm pissed off because as I'm coming down the escalator, a young lady says, oh my God, she brought attention because I was trying to keep a low pro. Just keep on. Everybody was screaming, and through all that screaming, I heard a person say, F that MF. Oh. So, I'm from Detroit now. I'm from a hood. I'm a hood nigga. No disrespect. Excuse the word N. But it took a lot for me to get where I'm at, and I damn sure ain't going to destroy it on somebody saying something crazy to me.
I love that.
But I'm going to manage the situation. However my management become in, I manage the situation. So I'm hearing this girl say, stop it. And he said, man, no, right? And I'm like, okay. I hear my grandmother saying, baby, the devil will challenge you in all type of ways. You have to be strong enough and let it go. I'm hearing all these things, but dude, ooh, geez, I'm floating in there because I'm like, so I'm hearing this. So I get off on the floor where my car is. I see Wesley Snipes, and my cousin Scott Julian. So they talk, and what's going on? I'm like, I'm good. I jump in my car, and my security get in the car. These two individuals are walking like in the movie, down, in the dark, when scary movies, when they walk in the parking lot, and they look behind. Right. So I got my lights off. I'm just cruising behind because I'm thinking, do I run this mom over, or do I? I'm like, because it was. I'm torn. God's still working on me.
Yeah, you're human.
God's still working on me.
I'm like, I know what it is to sit in jail for a minute. I don't know. Just pull on the side, this guy. Pull on the side and say, hey man, listen. No disrespect to you and your woman, but was that you talking about me? I'm thinking this dude gonna be like, oh bro, I was just joking, or no, it wasn't me. Yeah, it was me. And my security was like, "Hey, smack this SHT," and because my dude knew who he was. Yeah, I didn't know this dude. Wow. And then so the dude is talking all this stuff. I open the door. What the hell you want to do? You remember those big ass pages we had, the ones that flip pages? I tossed it to my security. Now my security thinking me and dude is just joking, cause he know who I am, but he know who this guy from Def Jam comedy. And I'm arguing with this. I'm like, da, 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 da. And then Wes comes down, him and Scott comes down and ain't stopping. So Wes like, what the fuck is going on? Excuse my language, everyone.
You're all right. It's nighttime, baby.
So, well, it's still daylight here in LA, but wherever y'all at, excuse me. So I hope y'all drinking it up because it's Cinco de Mayo.
Look, look.
And I'm to make a long story longer. This brother still arguing. Yeah, what you want to do? I know about you and your karate. I know that. And I'm looking at this guy and say, I will destroy this little guy. Anyway, it breaks up. Okay.
Thank God.
But 2 weeks later, my agent calls me. Can't come by the house. My manager. I'll go by. He said, they spent a lot of money on this sitcom thing, and they want you to be on the show. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, let's check it out. They show me the first pilot they did. I think it was Kid and Play on it. And when they showed Martin, I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not doing that. Yeah, you kiss my ass. And my man's like, what are you talking about? I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. Damn, excuse me. I don't care what they have. You know what I mean? I'm not dealing with this guy. My man said, why? I said, do I have a problem? Just not even 3 or 4 days ago, this brother went. It was the crazy shit, right? And so my manager said it's good for our career, the branding. So and then Tisha called me. It's like, hey, please do it. Please come and do this. So I met her and the director or the writer at a little restaurant I go to in LA. And they met and we went over the script. She said, I know that was effed up. I know, Mark, but please do this. Now, I know the backstory behind it, but that's not even me to discuss it, how I got the role. Anyway, I wind up doing it. So I'm in the makeup chair, okay? Martin comes in. He's in the Jet magazine. He's flipping through pages and shit. And he's right here. I'm like, leaning back, So he says, and there's a big mirror in front of us. He said, yeah, you know, pretty boy, I was about to tell you, I look and like, I take this stuff off because, you know, I don't know.
You ready?
I'm like, well, let's do this shit now. And he go to Grammy, like Camden, and I received it, you know. He said, man, and I mean, we laugh about it now. In fact, we don't even talk about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Y'all grown men.
But today, I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen that's listening and watching. Today, I have the utmost respect for Martin for giving me an opportunity, because life is about choices and decision, and he made the decision to use me on the show.
That's it.
And I praise my brother for that.
That's
it's not how you start, it's how you end.
That's it.
And by the way, you sang your tell-all.
Yes, and it was one of the funniest shows. It was one of the funniest episodes that was out, and it showed all of everything, emotion. You know, Tisha got to sing, and she can sing. You know, we say some people can sing and some people can sing. She can sing. Of course, you can sing. And it was one of the most hilarious episodes out. Everybody remembers it. They really did.
And you know, so funny, I look at it because I'm in the moment. I look at it as it's all right, you know?
Yeah.
Because I understand.
Yeah.
People love it. And I love it because y'all love it. But if you only knew all what I went through, man, it was crazy. but so my point is, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, you know, the backstory, you know, it's crazy. But here's the interesting thing is that is one of the most talked about things in all my interviews.
Wow.
And they don't even know. And then when I explain the backstory about what me and him, they're like, what? Well, and then I think about it being an actor. Because I remember when I was doing Poetic Justice, and John came to me and says,
right. Shout out to Poetic Justice.
John came up to me and said, I need you to piss him off. So at rehearsal, I want you to just push him real hard. I'm like, John, I don't even know this guy. I love his work, John. John's like, just push him. I need the intensity. I said, John, but I love this guy. I love his work. The light skin guy, somebody from Dorsey High School. And he's a great actor. I'm like, John, because I'm not an actor. At the time, I wasn't an actor. I wasn't going taking Myers or the method. So John was like, I need you to push him at rehearsal. Push him hard. Ain't got nothing to do with the rehearsal. Just look at him, sound like you, just push him.
Yeah.
I'm like, John, I don't want to, John, I, so I did it because John wanted the intense moment. So I go up to my dude and we talk, and I say, you know what, man, you're not pushing. It was a shock to him because it's like, what the hell he's doing? So I pushed him. So, and I'm like, yeah, and I don't even like you. It was so phony to me because that's not my heart. But
Yeah.
I
Right.
knew what John was trying to say. I want y'all to hate each other. So we
Wow.
built
That
that.
emotion,
We
that raw
built we
emotion.
built that, but we built that. So when I did when we did it was cool. And that's how me and Tupac became very close. Tupac was like, you
Yes,
pushed the shit
Tupac.
out of it. You pushed that motherfucker almost my complexion, excuse my
Yes.
language.
Look, Keith,
And
Keith, I don't want to interrupt you. I want to bring Anthony up because I see him in the background laughing.
leave him in the back. Leave him. It's all about me. No, I'm just
One
joking.
of our
I'm
single
just
audience.
joking.
What Caramel says, would Keith be willing to take questions from the audience? You guys can definitely ask questions. I think that
I will. I have no skin off my back.
Oh, I
that's
love it.
I
Thank
will
you.
definitely answer questions.
Thank you.
that's it. I want them to understand, y'all, that I love that he said that it's his gift. His gift is to sing. Yes, he stepped out of his comfort zone to act, and he did very well.
Yes.
But his gift is to sing and bring that authentic who he is to you. Anthony has Jazzy 159. He's bringing you to us here. We're in St. Louis. He's on the east side, East Boogie. We love Poetic Justice. We had Guy Tori on. Comedians push you to your
St. Louis boy.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Hey.
And some of us
Hey
that East
man.
Boogie.
I tried to keep you in the background.
I heard that. I'm like, how Detroit gonna not bring Detroit into the building? So it was good. He's an actor. He can make it happen because he's born and raised in Detroit.
I got
It's
nothing
what
but
we
love for
do.
you, brother. I got nothing but love for you, man. You know that.
Yes, indeed.
And
Yeah,
Now, Anthony,
I
why
want
don't
to
you
thank
tell
you
us?
for bringing me.
Yes, yes, yes.
right.
Anthony, tell us what is happening and what you have in store for the ladies on Mother's Day.
Well, you had about 50 minutes of what's going to happen. You see how open and how real he is. He's a product of Detroit. They know how I move, and I got Detroit through and through me, right? That's why we had Jazzy 159 right here. So what up, though, to Keith? And Keith is going to bring it like only Keith can, right? We have a dynamic band behind him. So no tracks. We do all live music here. Got a dope band. We got two female singers that's going to accompany him in the background that are outstanding. Rita Morris and Tiffany L. Tiffany L is a local. It's been huge in this area. Those are going to be his background singers. Everyone knows Tiffany. They're going to get to know Rita really soon. Rita is a bad girl. She's a Nita Baker Jr. And I grew up in Detroit. So for me to say Nita Baker Jr., you
That's
know this
saying a
girl.
lot.
I told Keith, I said he gonna take her back with him. He might want to take Tiffany as well, because Tiffany is bad. But we got a great dinner plan. You buy the ticket, and Keith does the show, and we're gonna provide the vibe and the environment. And it's gonna be a great night. We got a lot of liquor reps that I have that are giving away a lot of free drinks and T-shirts. So might be a lot of people out there inebriated, but it's for a great cause. It's for all the mothers out there.
No,
I love
can I ask you a question? So,
Yeah.
so you got my text when I told you to have your assistant go get the pajamas, right? Because
Get the
when
what?
I
Yeah.
do that Teddy medley, I'm
Yeah.
coming back out with pajamas on.
Oh,
And let's get
see,
cozy.
you're right. I'm gonna make sure
so
we gotta
get the
I'm
red
gonna change
roses.
yours. I
Hold
love
on, wait a
it.
minute. Gentlemen, wait a minute. I'm not gonna let that slip by that you just talked about some pajamas. Now what you gonna sing in your jammies?
Well, here's the deal. We about to do a for women only tour, we working right now, but throughout the city wineries we're doing for women only. And let me clear it out. That text, I lied about that. I'm just putting it out right now. Me and Aunt never talked about it, right? But I do a Teddy, man, because Teddy has been one of my mentors.
Yes.
And so I do Feels so good loving somebody and turn off the lights. We do all that. And it's sexy, right? And I just want to say that Anthony, you're listening to me now. We need those pajamas, man.
I got some crisp ones. I got some silkies. I have not pulled out the
Hey,
box.
I need a
It's in the
large.
way.
I need a large, right?
I got you.
Y'all a
Anthony,
mess.
tell everybody. So the show is a Mother's Day special, and I think
It
it's
is.
important that we understand. Yolanda and I always say we're seasoned women. We don't like the drama. We want to come have a good time. Tell everybody what they can get when they come to Jazzy 159.
The best experience ever. No issues. We've been open 3.5 years and we have yet to have any incidents. We're gonna knock on everything in the building. We have people who require Secret Service. I think I mentioned that yesterday. So if you have people who require Secret Service, that means that they're comfortable. They feel good about coming. We've had high-ranking officials. I don't like to say who because you never know when they're going to show up. I don't want them to be compromised or anyway. But just know that there are some heavy hitters that come through here, and we have a great time. So you come through, you can expect a great time, great atmosphere. You have the best DJs. I'm actually one of them. I do a little bit, and we have a good time. So
What's your DJ name, Anthony? What's your DJ name?
DJ Word is Bond. My last name is Bond, so it's Word is Bond. What I say is Bond. That's period. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
I just want to give a shout out. Like, first of all, I want you to know that I love the Lou. I love the Lou. One of my little brothers is from there, and his name is Brian G. Soul. I mean, he's the bomb there. He's living in Vegas now. And Latrice, Catrice, she's a singer too. She know all these people, and they was telling me about the people that I have. Anthony, they was like, "Oh, they the bomb." So you are true with your word. You told me, I don't let you down. Thank you. And Cedric, I was just with Cedric. He did an Oscar party. That's from the Lou. We did an Oscar party during the Oscars, and Joe and Guy, those guys been like my brothers from the beginning. So the Lou has always showed me love. Always showed me love, man.
So what you don't know, Keith, is Joe is not my fraternity brother. He's one of my best friends. I talk to Joe probably once a week. Yeah.
Wait. Did you say what?
What? What?
Let's represent.
You didn't know that, Tracy. You didn't see all these brands on my body. You didn't know.
All right. Don't play. Hold on. Wait.
Hold on. Y'all got to hear this story. No, let me back up. I'm not as cute. I've never did it, right? But listen, I got to share this with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Joe and I hanging out one night. We are at this club in Beverly Hills. Joe said, "Right, you know, Joe, come on, right with me. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go bowling." So we go bowling close to where I live in LA. He's gonna drop me off. I said, "I'll go bowling with you." It's a true story. So I get there. All the cues are there, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna go up in there. I'm gonna all that shit. Joe says, if you do that, they're gonna have to whoop your ass. And I'm gonna be forced to whoop your ass because they whoop your ass, right? So I get in there. Anthony Anderson is not a cue. He up there bowling. So I'm clowning.
He is now.
When?
As of about a year ago, him and D.L. Hughley are Line brothers. It's about a year and a half.
So
now.
did they go through Steve
Harvey? Graduate chapter with Joe right there in L.A.
Huh?
That's an exclusive.
Graduate chapter in L.A. right there with Joe about a year and a half ago.
Because somebody told me I'm messing people, and they was like, go through Steve Harvey. He's a Q, right?
Wait a minute. I want you.
But Steve Harvey is a Q, right?
Well, listen. Let me tell y'all something right now. Just while everybody's on tomorrow, because this is the weekend of Mother's Day, y'all. I want y'all to understand something. So tomorrow on our show, on the AM show, now y'all keep up with Keith because Keith gonna be in our city. We just on the other side of the bridge, which ain't nowhere from
15, 20-minute drive, not far at all.
Tomorrow on our show, we will have Cedric the Entertainer.
He's a capper. He don't count. He's a capper. He don't count.
So, but listen.
Hey, yo, tell him that you talked to me and I was with him at his Oscar party.
Look,
We
we
will.
all count as Greek. We all count. We all count.
In fact, I'm
Keith,
gonna send you a picture of us at his Oscar party. You showing us. You
all right.
posted.
Keith, I have some people that are in the chat that want to ask you some questions. Caramel Delight, he says, who is the one person, male or female, that you would like to do a duo with that you have not done so with yet?
You know, Anthony's music is so loud. It's kind of real loud here.
I just got him. I got it. I fixed it for you.
Okay, now ask me that question again, please.
Okay, she said, Keith, who is the one person, male or female, that you would like to do a duo with that you have not done so with yet?
Now I wanna answer that with all sincerity. I want to do it with a woman that's unknown, that's never been heard, that I can make shine.
Wow.
Okay, understand, because the women today that sings, they are the best that's out there. Okay, her, I love them all. I love them all. I want to do a record with somebody that I know is talented, that need a break. That's what I want to do from my heart.
Beautiful.
Mind you, my music was out before Shantae came out. Candlelight and You brought her into this business. Okay, I could have done it with anybody else that was out there, but I did it with a girl that the industry knew was going to be a star, and she was my sister before we had records out. Understand?
Wow.
But I could have did House Party 2 with any woman that was out there. But when it came to me to do it with my sister, which is Shantae, hands down, because I knew she was just as bad. May not have the records at the time, but just as bad as
She
anybody
bad.
else.
She bad.
So I would like to do a
Bad.
record with anybody that your family gonna support you anyway. But I like to do a record with somebody that's not enough. Now on the flip side, if I had to pick somebody in the business,
Okay.
Yeah.
in the business,
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson is a very good friend of mine. That's
Yeah.
my heart. I love her.
Yeah.
She
God,
was my
that's
girl.
Chi-Town right there.
Okay, that's my girl. Her, but pick one. See, because there's levels to this game, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And when I say levels, I like all music. So when I think about doing a duet, I think of the genre of music that in, right? Like, I would probably have to really sincerely go with somebody that I know can sing.
Say it.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You can always call Tracy and I. Me.
Right. But you know what? We can't sing. We're gonna keep it real. I can do a little poetry. I can do some poetry with you, but I can't sing. I appreciate it. I love when you and Shantae talk to us about you and Shantae.
Well, she. Let me say something. I know Sean. I know my sister. First of all, let's give her a round of applause. She's getting ready to get married. So,
All right.
Yes.
that's my heart. Shantae and I met she don't even remember. She's crazy. That's fathead. She's just crazy. So Shantae and I met way before we had records out. Sean would come by and we talk about our aspirations and what we're gonna do in life and how we're gonna do it, looking at whoever come first, right?
Right.
So I mean that's my sister, right? And when I say my sister, no, people be thinking when she did her unsung, people was like, we thought they was like Marvin and Tammy Terrell having sex. We've never done that. Never. In fact, when I first kissed Shantae, don't think I ain't try to move in. Okay. When she came on the road with me, I brought her in, when Candlelight came out, I was already touring. So I had them set the stage up. Every time a girl took a step on the stage, it lights up. Remember, the audience never seen her, but they knew about this record. And I had my band conductor make her big. When that girl came out on that stage in every city, and it was me and Phyllis Hyman, there's like, Phyllis who? That girl, that unknown girl, Shantae murdered them. She would hit that note for as long as Minnie Riperton. And the crowd would stand up every city and go. I mean, because she's a pro. She's a pro. But my point is this. So people assume because we work together that we've been together. No, me and her clown. Now we did kiss that night. Shantae don't really drink. At the time, she wasn't drinking. And we met her sit at the little bar. We in Miami, and I take her to the room. Walk her to the room. I walk into the room. I'm trying to be that Detroit guy. You know, great concert. She's like, yeah, we laughing and talking. She's a comedian. So we, in my right, because she talk about, well, if y'all get Sean on here, in fact, if y'all want her on here, I can make it happen for you.
I'll make it happen. Make it happen.
Okay, listen. So anyway, I walk into the room, right? And I ain't telling y'all nothing that she'll tell you the same thing. So then, I'm leaving. We kissed, and me and her just broke out laughing because it felt like brothers and sisters. She's like, how fine are we? And we can't even get it on because we laughing because she became my sister. She was always my heart.
That's it.
And so then, hold on, I got to tell you this. So years later, it's my birthday. We're in Beverly Hills. Years later. Because when she did our song, I did it with her. She's like, people thought me and my brother were together. We kissed one time. I was like, ugh. I was like, ugh. She's like, she's like, ugh, ugh. Oh my God. Now, I was doing the same thing. Like, damn, it's like me kissing my. Anyway, I really didn't like that, right? So I was like, so years later, my birthday party is at Morton's. I'm sorry. Can you see me, guys?
Yes.
My birthday was my birthday was at Morton's, right? So my birthday was at Morton's. So now I'm like, when she comes, DJ Quick, because they're all my people there. So me and her, we clowning and stuff. We try kissing again, right? 30 years later, right? It was still like, oh hell no.
That's so
what I'm saying is this. So that was our solidification. I mean, she and I knew that nothing would ever happen because
always friends.
When I'm gonna hook it up for you guys can interview it.
Hey y'all, you got an exclusive.
She gonna call me fathead. Now remember, she gonna call me fathead. She gonna say everything under the sun. But I want everybody to know that's listening. If you're in the Detroit surrounding area, she and I will be at Shane Park, August 24th. She and I doing a concert in our hometown, my hometown. Well, and it's gonna be amazing.
Aretha Theater now.
There it is. That's right. They changed the name. You're right.
They got our Riri, Aretha Franklin to the rest of the world. Riri to us.
Okay, yes. I love that. Well, you know what I have to tell you, Keith? I'm a Scorpio too.
You nasty motherfucker. No,
I'm done with you, Keith. November 11, 11/11/66.
I love it.
Your husband got to love you, babe. Because you know what? One thing I can say, people always say this about Scorpios that, oh, y'all sexy. Well, guess what? The world needs love. And we the best that ever did it and got away with it. First of all. Okay? But on the other hand, our life is just not a sexual passionate shit. We approach everything with sexual and passion. When I say that, what we get into, and I don't mean sex. I'm talking about as Scorpios, if we don't have the passion for it, it ain't gonna get done.
It ain't gonna.
But if we got the passion for it, it's gonna get done.
Yes.
So I want to give. I didn't know you was a Scorpio.
Look, we got one of our co-hosts. So we have two co-hosts. Shamim Clark Hubbard is on here. She's a Scorpio also, and they
I don't know who she is. I only know you two.
So
there's a third one.
Look, wait.
And, hold on, Anthony, you didn't tell me there was a third one.
Oh, look.
Yeah, she'll be on.
You know what? I'm gonna have to send Shamim the link so she can pop on now.
Come on, Shamim. Where you at, Shamim?
Shamim, I'm sending you the link. This is the thing. We come on every day, Monday through Friday. We are a morning show. But we just thought, when Anthony came to Yolanda, he was like, y'all know what? We got Keith coming. We were like, you know what? We got to do something at night. We got to make sure everybody gets ready. It's Mother's Day weekend coming up, and we want everybody to understand that when you are a mother, you need to be celebrated.
Yes.
So that's what it's all about. But we're gonna see if Shamim will pop in. But Keith, talk to us about Mother's Day and how important that is, because you're coming on Mother's Day.
It's a sweet and sour moment for me.
Mm.
Um, I'm coming because this is what I do. But normally Mother's Day, I try not to work because my mother was murdered.
Oh no.
And when you speak of a parent that loved her children, and I'm a mother's boy,
Oh.
it was a real touch and go. And when Anthony mentioned it to one of our partners, I had to really think about it. But I've never really done nothing on Mother's Day since my mom, her demise.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew if my mom was living, she said, make that money, boy. Go out there and do what you do.
Yeah. You know,
Sorry to hear your mother
I,
had
I
passed.
want you to understand something, Keith. This show was started because I'm a therapist, okay, by trade. I empower women and girls, and I lost my mother in 2019 Thanksgiving. And then I lost my father 2021 Thanksgiving. And Yolanda, she has also lost her mother.
Yes.
And Shamim, who she might come in, lost her mother in the midst of the pandemic. And so this is all God. This is
Yes.
not our profession.
You,
But we
you know,
went from Facebook to being on national platforms by honoring our mothers.
Yes.
So
you
thank
know,
you for walking in your purpose, brother.
and you know what the crazy thing about it is, and I really don't talk about it, is my sister called me early one morning and said, I had a dream that somebody murdered mom.
Mm.
And I was like, Sharon, it's going to be okay. Because I was doing radio in Detroit. I was on 105.9 KISS. And you remember that, right? When I was doing radio. So I was doing radio in Detroit. And my sister called me one morning and said, I had a dream that mom got murdered. Go check on her. My mother, I bought her house with my brother not too far from where I was living. I was
Mm-hmm.
bouncing from LA. I was on 105.9 KISS, which is Kathy U station, soon to be syndicated. That was our deal. And I went to my mom's house early in the morning. She opens this door, thank God, nothing was
Mm.
happening to her. I said, Mom, my mama said, like, my dad. My dad's Canadian. My dad's from Toronto. She's like, she always smiled. You just like your father. I said, Mom, come go with me. Come hang out with me today. I wasn't gonna put that energy into my mom's head that my
Mm-hmm.
sister
Mm-hmm.
told me. Come on, she's like, keep stop it. You gonna leave before I get dressed? Cause I'm a boy. I'm like, okay, Mom, you taking too long. I said, no, I want you to come stay with me. She said, okay, let me get dressed. So even though I had radio to do, this is why you have to listen to your heart, be your heart,
Yes.
understand your heart. Life is about choices and decisions, and trust me, some of them can be the wrong decisions. So, and the wrong choices. So, my mom was getting ready, and there was this flight attendant that I knew that flew into Detroit. Now, my mom was going to breakfast, dinner, lunch, whatever. So she called me, and I always want to hook up with this girl, right? She's like, Kay, I'm in Detroit. I was like, oh, damn, snap. Okay. I'm with my mom. She said, I'm at the hotel. I'm like, I'm a dude. I'm a dude. So I'm like, all right, I'm only going to be in one night. Okay. Mom, look, you can roll with me to the radio, or I can come back. It's not funny, but it's like, and she said, you just like your father. She said, I know what you about to do. You about to go handle your bit. We laugh. I said, no, I'm going to come back and get you, Mom. Now, Quincy Jones always told me, he's like, everything happens for a reason. Just because of what your decision was has nothing to do with
Mm-hmm.
her demise. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I left my mom. I'm coming back. Call my younger brother. Go get mom. Take her to dinner, lunch, whatever. My brother go gets my mom on that night. I go. It was a bad day for me with her. That girl. It was just a bad day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my brother go get my mom. Him and his son, little Mark. They taking my mom to dinner, lunch, chicken or shopping. I call my brother. He says, yeah, mom's good. I said, well, go get her tomorrow, which is a Wednesday, and y'all meet me at da. He said, okay, I do that. He went to get now mind you, my sister said that she had a dream.
Yes.
He went to get my mom on that Wednesday. As he pulls up, he tells his son, little Marcus about 9, go tell grandma to come on. Little Mark goes to the side of the house and see grandma laying between the car and the side door, covered in blood. Imagine what a 9-year-old experienced. He runs to the car. Dad, I'm reliving it because I'm only going by what my brother was telling me, what he told me. He's 9 years old. He never seen that shit.
Right.
So my brother get out. What Mark stop? What do you say? Grandma, you laying in the book. So my brother go and see our mother laying there between the car. Somebody split her head as she was taking her trash out at 5 in the morning. Now the crazy thing, my brother went to get my mother around 6 in the afternoon. So you trying to tell me nobody saw anything?
You know, the thing about this, Keith, is that
and I don't mean to bring that sadness.
Oh no, we're talking.
The thing
This is about hold
is,
on, but this is about my show. I want everybody to know this is about the show that I'm doing, in St. Louis, and I want everybody to come out to support it because Anthony is the real deal. He brought this shit to y'all. Y'all show him that y'all appreciate it, and I'm not saying it because I'm gonna be. Well, I'm saying it because I'm gonna be there too, but I'm just saying I want everybody to come out, have a good time, spend your money, take to the bartenders. Okay.
Yes.
Let's have a damn good time when I come there on Mother's Day because
and
mothers,
we understand.
You all deserve it.
We thank you for sharing because you've helped someone. You've helped someone in your conversation. And this is all things we are brought together because I've known Ann a long time. And when he sent me, it was probably like at 9 o'clock at night. I should have told y'all about this. I said, hey, does Keith want to come on the show? Y'all want to come on the show? And we made it happen. So with all your conversation, we are here so people can get to know Keith Washington and fall even more in love with you So you are now, you know what, Tracy and I, we always say we are everyone's auntie. We the big sisters.
That's right. And
y'all ain't number 30 years old.
Woo!
The thing about this is I love that you are being transparent. As a therapist, trauma bonding is real. We've all experienced loss during this pandemic. And Anthony, you're muted, so you can unmute yourself. But the fact that you said, I want to come back out because my mom would want me to.
Yes.
She would want me to touch people. We need to say, I see you, I feel you. We feel you because we've all experienced this.
Let me say this. During the time my mom died, right? I started doing radio. Cat Hughes called me, wanted me to do radio in Detroit. I was torn between doing the Marvin Gaye story, playing Marvin Gaye, or radio. So I did radio, and there's a lot happened when I was doing radio. Aretha Franklin was like my sister, my mom. She was everything to me. So she would constantly call me during the trial of her. Everybody was assuming this and assuming that. And Detroit knew how close we were, right? And I want to say this real quick just to set the record straight. And if you haven't seen my unsung, go check it out. So anyway, Rita would call me all the time at the station because that's like my sister. Aretha Franklin I'm talking about.
Yes,
so
yes,
I would when I talk to Stevie, talk to everybody, all my not even celebrities, just my civilian friends. I would always leave because we were streamed live, okay? And they would cut the mic off, and I can have my moment talking to my daughters, talking to this. This particular day, Queen calls me, and like, hey, man, she's like, hey, I want you to go on tour with me when I get better. Now I'm with you. I mean, we had big plans, and so they normally cut my mic off, right? So I'm like, how you feeling, babe? Now everybody in the world want to find out if Rita have cancer. They knew her closest people. I trust my station that you will protect me. Okay? So everybody was trying to find out what was going on with Riri, right? And So me and her talking. I'm like, she said, babe, you okay? I said, I'm cool. I want you to come do the show, babe. You know, she said, babe, when I find out, I got you. That's how we talk. I got, I'll be there or whatever, right? I say, how you doing? How you feeling? She says, babe, I'm okay. They're running tests. We'll see what happens. I'm doing a test, but I'm good. I'm gonna be all right. I said, well, hurry up because we got work to do. Okay, that was it. I called my daughter that lives in New Orleans. I said, Kendra, I just got the phone with your godmom. She said, I know. I said, well, how you know? She said, because it was streamed live. I said, huh? She said, Dad, it was streamed live and everybody heard what she said and what you said. I said, I'll call you back. I go to my board. I says, my conversation is supposed to be muted. You know what I mean? On my breaks. I said, she said, I thought it was muted, which is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to make a name for themselves, just start it, give it to the seniors or whatever. I quit the station. It fucked up my relationship, excuse my expression, but that word was necessary. With my relationship with Aretha. Not with her direct, but her team. And when you got a team, sometimes they'll influence her that didn't want you there anyway.
Right, right.
But Rhea and she knew I didn't do it. She knew I didn't do that shit on purpose because she knows me. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she had to save faith with her community of her people. But Riri is a boss.
Yes.
Understand? She's a real boss. But she know my heart. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So the Raven's like, we'll put a statement out. No, I'll put a statement out. I don't need you to do shit for me. I'll put a statement out. You know what I mean? So we did a statement. So make a long story short, at that time, and I was talking about the Marvin thing, at that time I was like, fuck radio. Excuse me, language. Excuse me, language. I was like, the hell with radio. So when the Marvin Gaye play came, I took the Marvin Gaye play. Radio was coming out. Come on, man. You're about to be syndicated. And it was a syndicated deal because at the time I was coming on right after Michael Baisden. And then I started coming on right after DL. And because we was all in the same station. But so much went on, man. Those that knew I wouldn't do it, it was conversation that he did do it intentionally. That ain't my spirit. That ain't my heart. Really, no, that's not my heart because me and her have been in so many situations that I could have been revealed if that was my heart many years ago. I love Aretha, and I want everybody to know that I would never do that to anybody. But for ratings, and no disrespect to the media, because I love you guys, but sometimes you have to protect the person you're interviewing as well.
Yes.
That part. That part. As a therapist, that's something that I appreciate is your authenticity.
Yes.
Everybody is saying that in the chats, how much they love you and the fact that you keep it 100.
Yes.
And, we on our show, we know that positivity breeds positivity and negativity breeds negativity. And we're gonna keep it positive and we appreciate you. We love everything that you're doing. Someone asked, how can they purchase tickets? Anthony, tell them about how they can purchase tickets.
I think you got a poster right there, jazzy159.com, or you can call 618-744-7236, and the options are there for you.
And can you slow Anthony? Can you slow it down just a little bit?
Okay. Jazzy.
No, the reason why because I know sometimes people slow it down.
Write it down.
No, I get it. I appreciate that. Actually, here you go. Let me do it backwards. JAZZY 159. Then put a .com on there. That takes you to the website. That's why it's all about branding. Right?
Repeat it one more time, Jay.
Jazzy 159 and just put a .com on there.
Okay.
Go to events and you'll be able to purchase a ticket right there if there are any left.
Oh, that's what I was about to ask. There might not be any left, but
save a few for those late comers who want to walk up to the door.
They need to stop that. Now, y'all need to stop waiting to the last minute because y'all get tickets.
You know how cousins do. You know how cousins do.
Yeah.
There was someone in the chat that said they saw Keith at an Atlanta winery, and they were like, "Y'all better catch him. Y'all better buy y'all tickets because once they gone,
they're gone. They're gone. You know what, Tracy? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Anthony. Go ahead.
But he was speaking on Shantae Moore, his sister. That is one of my top 3. There's Anita Baker, Michelle Farrell, Shantae Moore. Then there's a few others.
Yeah, they're
know,
lovely.
On
they
any
are
given
lovely.
day, it doesn't get any better. You know, he spoke on Angela Bofield. I know she didn't have a big enough catalog for me, but those 3 there, Shantae Moore is definitely in the conversation. That is one bad.
Well, we can't wait to have her on the show. Keith is going to hook us up. Tracy, you know, it's getting late in the evening. These brothers have to get up and do their thing. We are absolutely honored, Keith, to have you this evening to share. I feel like we're family. And when you get to St. Louis, we're going to see you. And Anthony, you know, we love you and everything you're doing.
I love you too. Thank you so much. And Tracy, thank you. Shout out to my Soros Sigma Theta.
That's right. Delta Sigma Theta.
And my chapter, I'm not a sitting president of New Cod Chapter East St. Louis, the Q's in East St. Louis. We're in Detroit last week. 10 years running, chapter of the year. And now we're about to be international chapter year in July when we go to Charlotte. So
we wrap up by asking everybody to drop their affirmation words in the chat. We're going to ask Keith to let us know his affirmation word. We'll ask Anthony and then Lady Yo. Everybody start dropping your affirmation word in the chat. If you guys didn't get the website, you can go straight to the website and we'll put that up. But what is your affirmation word? And what's your affirmation
all right,
word?
I'll start with family. Near or far. Family encompasses a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, your family is what's going to get you through. Whether they're a phone call away, whether in the same room with you, whether they're on the side of the globe, your family will help you through it. So for me, my affirmation word is family.
Family. All right, Keith.
Yeah, my fingernail.
What is your?
You're all right.
I'm sorry.
You're right.
I'm looking at my fingernails. They have never been this dirty.
Ain't nobody looking at your fingernails.
We sure are looking at your fingernails.
I do things with these fingers.
What's your affirmation word?
We need your affirmation word.
Fingernail. No, I'm just joking. Listen. I just think the universe of life, you know what I mean? Love, life, experience, and family.
Love, life,
experience, and family. Because at the end of the day, I end up with family because at the end of the day, when you realize it, that's all we have. At the end of your life, you realize who's standing there. Yeah, I can have all the fans in the world. I can have all the friends in the world. But family has been there to the beginning to the end. Family is so important to me. And so I have to agree with Anthony, family.
Okay.
We'll make sure you
and my fingernails are dirty.
Look,
we got somewhere for St. Louis.
That doesn't mean I ain't take a shower.
Let me tell you something. You see, Shamim said, "Ain't nobody looking at your fingernails, sir."
Wait, Cynthia over here laughing her ass off because she knew I say what I feel, right?
Yes,
you are right. You are right,
Lady Yo. What is your affirmation word, my sister?
Passion. You have to have passion for anything that you do. And that's how you become blessed and that the world is honored with your favor.
That's it.
I wanted Cynthia to come say hi to her fans. See?
Cynthia, we want you to say hi.
Cynthia, they want to say, she's running. A black woman is running.
Wait a minute, y'all. Hey, Anthony, tell her to at least tell us her affirmation word.
What is your affirmation word, Cynthia? Come here. Cynthia, will you come here? She running like a scared dog. Like, oh, no. She said, listen, she set all this up for me because she know I don't do this. And
Right.
Rochelle, y'all know Rochelle. Rochelle normally handle everything I do. That's my heart. Cynthia said everything. She got me looking like Glamour Man.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Come on now.
Tell us your affirmation word. Just tell him what's the
Cynthia been modeling all her life for GQ. I mean for Vogue and everybody else. She said, "Will you come say something?"
She's not gonna say nothing. Just say your word.
Let me hold your hand, Cynthia.
What is your affirmation word?
I'm not gonna put you in. I'm not gonna put you in. Cynthia, we got look. They gotta go. They got another show. I'm not gonna put you in. Come here. Will you come here?
Come here, Cynthia. Come here.
Now, what's your affirmation, Cynthia? What's your affirmation? What's your affirmation, Cynthia?
Thinking.
What you thinking when you get
She
her
said, I'm thinking.
affirmation is like love, life, and experience.
Okay, we're gonna take that.
No,
Well,
that was my shit. I want her to be creative.
Well, y'all share it. Y'all share it.
One word. Do you know what? You know what, Cent?
So what do you got?
Cent, it's okay. We'll see
Come
you
here.
on Sunday.
We're gonna see her on Sunday.
We'll see you on Sunday. What we want you all to understand is tonight has absolutely been a healing night for all of us. You know, it is Thursday, and you know, for us to all come together, you all keep sharing the message. Tomorrow is going to be even another amazing day. You know, this is coming into the weekend of Mother's Day.
Yes.
At the end of the day, we want you all to understand the value of what perseverance looks like, because when we push through, we are determined to figure out what joy looks like.
Yes.
And when we see that, we feel the compassion that when Keith sings, it's all in perfect timing. So let us continue to encourage one another, understand that faithfulness is the key to everything that we do. We have to continue to be inspired and understand that resiliency can pull us through. Family is everything, but we have to understand that at the end of the day, we will prosper when we understand who gives us life. Until then, we have to understand transparency in all that we do will allow others to forgive you. But love is the key. We understand when we have love, we have family, because we have the passion that we need to continue to understand what it looks like when our mothers above affirm who we are, and what we do. So continue to be you and continue to own your now. And until you all get an opportunity to see us again, and you might, if you come to www.jazzy159.com, you will understand the value of what we are bringing to the table. We want to thank Keith because we know that he could be anywhere, but today he decided to own his now with us here on the Own Your Now show. We see
You know,
you all.
you had Kim on here the other day, right?
We did. Yes.
That's my family. You know that.
Yes, he is wonderful.
That is my family, and the struggle and the situation and the determination
It's real.
and the things that he's been through. Kim sings from experience.
Yes, he does. Yes,
Real.
he does. His
But
concert
anyway,
was
ladies, listen. I want to say this before I go. I want to say thank you all, and either Anthony, thank you all for having me on.
our pleasure. Our pleasure. And let me say this.
It has been a challenge for me because I'm touring right now. I'm in LA, but I'm in where am I at tomorrow? Anthony, where am I? I'm in.
You're gonna be in Fairview Heights,
Sunday,
the east side of St. Louis. So Jazzy one.
No, not St. Louis, but right. So
no,
I want
he
all
said the
y'all
day
to buy
before.
tickets. Tomorrow
Right.
I am
Yeah.
in.
Well, it's the St. Louis metropolitan area, so it's kind of it's a bi-state area, so they know. The name is out.
They know.
Yeah, they
Well,
know. They'll be here.
We know. We definitely know. But you know, I always end by saying, go out and create some vibrant vibes. Keep sipping peace, love and positivity.
Have y'all had Joe and Guy on the show?
Yes, we have. We have had Guy on the show. Yes.
That's great.
And
listen, what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to call Shantae right now, but because I would love her to say something, but I'm gonna make that happen.
Thank you.
She would love this.
We're
in Detroit, August 24th, and I'm gonna put y'all in touch with her tomorrow.
That'll be cool.
Once again, thank you all. Keep
see you
keep
Sunday.
We appreciate you. We appreciate everything, and we will see you on Sunday. All right, y'all. Bye-bye now.